shots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Motion from the wideout. Complete to start this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And here comes the offense on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
At the 32-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They boot it away on 4th down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. Got a man, it's Isaac. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Terry. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for room, it's Allen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's Brown. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line.
Take over. First and 10.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the catch. It's Allen. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Allen. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get it first down.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Isaac. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the run, it's Roberts. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Madison.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab in the backfield. It's Madison. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Terry. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Man, it's tough to play man-to-man on an island out wide. There's so much grass. They can go either way. And, the sideline is usually your friend, so you kind of push him towards the sideline. But great throw to fit that corner route in. Pretty nice coverage, too.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Just keep slinging it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Roberts. Breaks the tackle. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Wide receiver going in motion. Defense showing blitz here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Gets open down the middle. Turning it on. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Fires to the big fella. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
To the air on 2nd down. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Madison. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call. Grabbed over the middle. It's Madison. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
That's reeled in. It's Madison. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball. He wants to throw it again. Looking left. All by himself. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to pull his way in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. That penalty, a welcome flag for this offense as it sets up 1st and goal. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Going to run it. It's Isaac. Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 72 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. At midfield, he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. He's looking to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's McClure. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the 1st down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the 1st down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Gonna look downfield again. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Toss sweep to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll run the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Got it set up on the outside.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Blue Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. In the red area, it's Allen. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Baylor. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
Wants to fire on second down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Terry. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's complete to the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Missouri! And that one will give him the lead.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it down. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the ground with the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Right back to the well. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The Blue Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Red pass is complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Duke. Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Clark to fire. Can't connect on his first throw.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this first down, try and eat clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Turning it on! Past the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. It's been like a launching pad for that UCF offense today. Liftoff and touchdown on just about every series. They're up by 21 over NC State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. This is a kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And the 40. There he goes. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He got a step and just dusted the field. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Tripped up for the tackle. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Terry. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. The pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
And the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Tyler.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And the ball's on the ground. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. To the air on 1st down. And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone, but the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He's going to run it. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Duke.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Missouri.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. And it's good. He nailed it. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play, but you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.